right, we're working on Chapter 3, Section 9. We're working on linear functions today. Same thing that we have been working with, but we're going to look about a little different way that curriculum starts to write functions and how you'll see them in pre-calc and calc. Our essential question is, can you find equations of linear functions? And this time, instead of a y, they're going to put in an f of x. And you will see this probably for most of the rest of your high school and college career in math. So instead of saying y equals mx plus b, they say f of x equals mx plus b. So we're used to seeing y equals mx plus b. Not a big change, except now they call it a function of x. The rate of change, m, is the change in f of x over the change in x. Again, change in y over change in x. So you know the slope. You've worked with it before. So they say, find a formula for the linear function f. The slope of the graph of f is a third. And then they give us this random point. So we know that 1/3 is my slope, so I can put that in for my slope. And then they give us this point. Well, this point is saying when x is 6, y is 0. So what did they give us right here? They gave us the x-intercept. So let's plug in numbers. 0 is equal to my slope times my x plus b. 0 is equal to, well, 3 and 6 cancel out to be 2. 2 plus b, I ran out of room. So b is equal to -2. But they want us to find a formula. And the nice thing about this is that we get to write everything in f of x, so slope-intercept form, but instead of writing a y, we're going to write f of x. Notice my slope is right here. It's 1/3 x, and my b is -2. So my answer is f of x equals 1/3 x minus 2. So the next set of questions are the same thing, just building those lines. So notice in letter A, it says m is -3, so that is your slope, and f of 0 is 12. Well, this was so nice of them, because notice when x is 0, y is 12. So f of x is equal to my slope, which was -3x. Well, here's the b. The b is the y-intercept, plus 12. It just looks different, so just notice now we're going to write this as a point. I think the next one you will find just as simple. Notice this is a point of 0, 9. So if I have to put this in as f of x, my slope is 3. My y-intercept is 9. They do start to make them a little tougher. Notice here the slope is given, and this time our point is at 2, 7. So we do have to write it all out. Y equals mx plus b. I'm writing up here in the purple. Y is 7. My slope is 4. My x is 2. We have to find my b. Well, 7 equals 8 plus b. b is equal to -1. So we want to write this whole equation out. F of x is equal to, my slope is 4x, and my b is -1. Notice on some of these, they just give us 2 points, so we do have to actually find the slope. I'm going to do this example right here, example F. This point is at 3, 2, and my next point is at 12, 4. So they're saying f of 3 is 2, that point is 3, 2, and f of 12 is 4. So from here, I do have to do all the work. How do I find the slope? We're going to start with the slope. Slope is the change in y, 4 minus 2, over the change in x, 12 minus 3. So we get 2 over 9. Well, that's not a very pretty number, but hey, we know how to work with it. From here, we're going to pick a point. I'm just going to pick the first one because it's the first one I see. Y equals mx plus b. Y is 2. My m is 2 over 9. My x is 3 plus b. And notice that 3 and 9 can reduce. So I have 2 equals 2/3 plus b. Well, I have to subtract this 2/3 over. How can I write 2 as something over 3? Good. I know that 6 over 3 is the same thing as 2. So now I'm just going to subtract this, and I get 6 minus 2 is 4 over 3. And that's the b. Well, we're not at the answer yet, because remember I have to write this as f of x is equal to my slope, x, plus 4 over 3.